I didn't just lose my father that day, who I was very close to, whom I adored, but I also lost the me that was the free spirit. So within 2 days, I went to a place in London that meant a lot to me, St. James's Church, and I made a very private commitment. If I could find a way to bring something positive out of what had happened, if I could even understand those who'd killed him, then I was going to be okay. But it was only after the Good Friday Peace Agreement that my life completely changed. There was one man who was held responsible for the bomb, Patrick McGee, and he was released from prison. Very soon after that, I got a phone call from a friend of mine saying, "I've arranged for Patrick McGee to be at my house this evening. Can you be there?" And there I am, sitting in my friend's house in Dublin, and in walks Pat. We went into our own room, just the two of us. And I remember looking at him and thinking, "You killed my father, but you're looking so normal." And he looked at me and he rubbed his eyes and he said, "I don't know who I am anymore. I want to hear your pain and your anger, and how can I help?" And in that moment, I knew a new journey had started. He said to me later that he felt disarmed by the empathy that I gave him. It would have been easy if I'd come in there fighting and arguing and blaming. Then he could have stayed in his position of righteousness. But he couldn't sustain that. And he then began his journey of refinding his humanity.
She, grew upon that and learned to spread positivity to help people that are going through the same thing.
Yeah, and that's, that part that you talk about, that growth, right? That growth is something that psychologists all over the world talk about. They talk about after something bad happens to you, how can you grow from something? They even have a name for it. It's called post-traumatic growth.
The story that I heard today is something that I can relate to of my own. I have a little sister that is not with us today anymore. She died of a heart attack at only the age of 1 week. And so that devastated me. And I've told multiple people of this story and they've supported me about it. It makes me glad, and I'm glad that random stranger also supported her.
And I was going to be okay.
I think that Jo Barry's story and Jo Barry as an individual herself is very beautiful and powerful. Usually a normal person would spread more negativity after a horrible event happened, but Jo Barry had such a strong personality and such a beautiful focus in life that she decided to spread positivity.
Figure out your differences talking instead of fighting. It's just really inspirational, and I think that to overcome that in a positive way is amazing.
I think it takes a great deal of courage to not be mad at the murderer of your father.
She met the guy who murdered her father. That's I don't know, I would have been freaked out, and I don't know if I would have been able to do that.
Yeah, so it's kind of relative, right? Enemy, opponent, right? The other, who is that?
If someone's bullying you and being mean to you, you could forgive them and not bully them back.
Jo Barry's story really inspired me to become a better person and to empathize with people before I judge them.
By spreading positivity, she helped many other people go through something difficult in their life, and those people spreaded more positivity, and if we all continue doing that, then the world will just be a positive place.
My vision is of a world where we see and honor the humanity in everyone. We separate the person from what they do. We honor and we give dignity to all. I share this vision with you, and I ask you to join me so we can together see the humanity of every person, knowing that humanity heals together. Thank you.